The world of Middle-earth is changing. The beauty of the elves fades. It passes into legend, into myth, into dreams. The ancient spirits of earth, fire, air, and water, who once roamed this earth freely, are forgotten. But it was not always so. In Eregion long ago, the elves were given secret knowledge to forge great rings of power. They were precious beyond all else, for within each was bound the strength and will to rule. But they were deceived, for the giver of this knowledge was evil's great servant, Sauron. In the fires of Mordor he forged in secret one ring to rule them all. And with it Sauron enslaved the races of Middle-earth. But not all light diminished, for some stood fast. The ring was cut from Sauron's hand. Isildur, ruler of all free men, performed this deed. But he became weak, and the line of men failed. The ring escaped him as history became legend. Legend became myth. And things that should not have been forgotten were lost. Thus the third age of Middle-earth began. But the realms of man divided, and their great cities weakened. And in this age the evil powers again arise, yet some hoped for unity in the face of the coming darkness. To Rivendell the elves called the greatest of all races. With them came Boromir, son of Gondor's steward. And there, at the Council of Elves, a great and desperate plan was conceived. Join us in our quest. Face the power of Mordor, and help to turn the tide. Welcome, warrior of Gondor. Your road here will not be an easy one. Much will be risked in the war that is to come. But you will justify my trust. This I sense with all my heart.
Stand aside, creature. You are in my way.
Return to the shadow, slave of Sauron. What grace has been given to me, let it pass to him. Let him be spared. Of my people. It braces the soul and binds the hearts of others.
I live because of your bravery, my lady. What favor might I grant you?
There is no time. Hurry, we must find you equipment and heal your wounds.
Yes, my friend, I have marked you upon the long road from Minas Tirith. You come to Rivendell at the bidding of Lord Denethor. Your great captain, Boromir, has been summoned north, and you ride in his shadow. Yet others are aware of his mission, for a great evil has arisen in the east that threatens all of Middle-earth. A sinister force has been sent in pursuit of your lord. But now it has found you.
I heard a voice. On the road.
Yes, I know.
Who could it...
Patience.
I'm looking for Boromir of Gondor. Have you seen him?
No. But I do see orcs ahead. Inside, Gondorian. Your wounds must be healed.
Weapons. Provisions. The elves are very resourceful.
Long have we kept such way stations for times of great need.
I am Berethor, captain of the Citadel Guard of Gondor.
And I am Idriel. I serve Galadriel, Lady of Light. Take what you need, and let us be on our way. Craven spies! My caravan is in danger!
Those crows seem guided by some fell purpose.
It is the hand of Isengard. The White Wizard has betrayed us. Hurry!
The elves forsake Middle-earth, never to return. Some of them shall briefly shelter at Rivendell. But evil grows strong in the Tower of Orthanc, for one of my kind now serves the enemy. Saruman the White has embraced madness and rages against this land. He covets greater power than you can imagine. I have learned firsthand of Saruman's audacity. Your sword is much needed here.
Orcs are amongst them!
There are too many! They have no chance!
Help me defend them!
You'll pay for that!
trouble you no longer.
You have found him.
What do you mean by that?
It is nothing. Hasten to Rivendell. I have cleared the road for you.
I am grateful, but you must return now to the passes. We saw evidence of recent battle there.
Come, Gondorian. Some may still survive.
With every elf that sails across the Western Sea, Middle-earth is diminished. Some travel far from the heart of Elvendom on Earth, realm of the Lord Celeborn. Those you met are all that remain of a group that crossed these mountains. They make for the harbor, to the Grey Havens, and then beyond the White Towers, far beyond. But the gift of the elves is their ability to shape the unseen world. Lothlorien is defended by one of the wisest and most wonderful of these ancient beings. She has the ability to see far and peer deep into the soul of others.
man. Badly wounded.
Wait for the wargs to approach.
They'll kill him. Hold on!
Hello, lovelies.
You live?
No thanks to you. Can't you see I was hunting them? You want to use the crows. Lure the wargs in close. They kill faster that way.
You were of the Dunedain.
At your service, lady. You meant to help me, so perhaps you may.
Perhaps we should finish off the rest of the pack first.
This realm is far more dangerous than you can imagine, Berethor. The elves guard their ancient ruins and patrol these hills, but their numbers dwindle. The only other force able to offer resistance is a small band of Dunedain rangers. They are the survivors of a fallen kingdom, yet still silently defend these lands. For now, huge wargs roam the countryside. They will slay many who are innocent of the danger, unless you lend the rangers your aid.
What brings you to this place, Ranger?
I will tell you, but first we must make our way to one of the elves' healing altars.
I see you have found our campsite. And yes, we did shelter here from Saruman, but to no avail. His spies spotted us miles away. But we pressed on, forsaking the easy southern route for a more dangerous passage over the mountains. But the White Wizard held other plans, and that route was denied us. Know this, Gondorian. We are not far ahead of your brave company.
What are you doing?
You want to be sure they're good and dead. Some are mighty hard to kill.
Not even these sacred places are safe.
How do I know I can trust this one?
I vouch for him. In the name of the Lady of the Galadrim.
That is good enough for me.
And how do I know I can trust you? Where did you get those wounds?
At the hands of a Mordor orc, whose life I intend to shorten considerably. In the pass of Gahadras, we were attacked by goblins. We slew all but the orc, who escaped with something of great value to me.
Who is this wee ranger?
I was in the company of a dwarf. A friend, actually.
And what did this orc take from you?
You helped me slay him, and you shall find out.
You rangers from the north are full of riddles! And who are you to speak for a ruler of elves?
You must help me return to Lothlorien and warn the Lady Galadriel of these dangers. Then you will know all.
We should find one of the enemy's altars. After what I did to him, that orc would be in need of healing himself.
Come, Gondorian. We shall attend to my matters in due course.
Yes, you have found a place where the ancient spirits of air, fire, earth, and water, who once graced this world, may still be found. Some beings glide through the airs around you, timeless and wise. Mighty forces also stir the deep, and can still be called upon in times of great need. Powers of fire and light bring life to this realm, and are held by the wise as the most potent and dangerous forces. and great spirits of the earth yet animate the living wood of this world, for it too breathes the mystery of life. Elves are the keepers of this wisdom and guardians of this ancient force, for make no mistake about it, bound within their craft, their weapons, and their very being is some small measure of the gods, a living gift that has endured through many ages. Find it and use it wisely, for it contains power beyond measure.
So tell us, Ranger, what happened back there in the pass?
It was a bewitched fight, voices echoing down from the mountains. Then lightning struck all around us. The dwarf fought like one possessed, but a landslide carried him away. Before he fell, he gave me a map, presented to him by Elrond of Rivendell as a gift of friendship. But I could not withstand the dark powers that ruled the mountain that night. While I lay there burning, that Mordor orc ripped the map away and fled down the mountain. That map revealed the location of the secret entrance to a forgotten realm.
Moria.
Yes, the greatest city of the dwarves, whose location was lost during the Great Wars, and whose halls are rumored to still be stalked by a terrible monster.
And what of the dwarf?
If that map leads us to Moria's hidden gate, I expect we shall find him nearby. It will take more than a few goblins to stop that dwarf.
I will lay open to you Moria's secrets, and they are many. Khazad-dûm, the greatest of dwarven halls, lies along an old elven road that carried trade between Hollin and Moria. At the walls of Moria, invisible dwarf doors bar western entry. Even their own creators cannot find them if their secret is forgotten. But should the gates be mastered, the mazes of halls and tunnels within the mountain are vast. And the 4-day journey to the other gate will not be an easy one, should foul creatures still prowl those halls. If I were you, I would track our party and follow behind, should we master the gates of Moria. is soon to come to our time. Even now, Saruman sends forth his cruel orc servants. I escaped his trap at Orthanc, and now he seeks to hunt me down ere I finish my task. Understand that a great eye watches all in the darkness, building in power as it prepares to destroy this world. As I speak within your mind, Saruman rallies the wild men to his cause. They will pour forth here and in Rohan, burning as they go. I would suggest you find the dwarf quickly, before Saruman wins his war in this land.